Got a 2002 Toyota Tacoma here. This is just a standard cab, two-wheel drive. It needs rear shocks. Come along, I'll show you how I do it. And for this, I'm going to be using KYB shocks today. There's the part number for this model. For Toyotas and Hondas, if I'm not using the original equipment, struts or shocks, I like KYB, so that's what we're going with today. Alright, there's one of the shocks right there. I'll just do one side. It's the same on the other side. They just go at a different angle, but otherwise it's the same exact procedure. But we'll just take off that bolt right there, and then there's one at the top. Pop them off. They should be 14mm heads. We'll pop them off and pop that shock off. Alright, this bottom bolt here, we'll just zap it off with the impact. Just like that. You can see I got the bottom one off. Now, if my light will cooperate, we're just going to get that bolt right there. And what I'm going to do, you can just use a ratchet or a wrench if you want. I'm just going to hit it with my swivel impact, but I'm going to go over the exhaust and knock it out that way. There's the setup I used. Just my 3/8 inch impact with a, was that a 6-inch extension and a 14 with a wobble. Just reach up in there and zip it off. While I'm thinking of it, the bolts and the washers, they're all the same, top and bottom. Alright, we're going to take this long pry bar and just pop these off. I should mention, I've had my safety glasses on the whole time. Good idea to wear safety glasses when you're working with suspension. Stuff that's loaded under tension. We'll just pop that off. And we'll see if we can't just wiggle the top one off. And there we go. That's it. That's how you take them off. Alright, I put it back together so you can kind of see how it goes. You got this washer right here, a rubber bushing, and then the other washer, and then the bolt. And these washers have a little they're concave, so they got a little curve to them. That curve needs to be going to the outside. So on this one it goes out that way, on this one it goes out that way. That way it's not rubbing against these bushings. And the Toyota design has these tapered bushings right here, and the strut goes in the middle, or the shock goes in the middle. On the KYBs we're going to put in, the bushing is already mounted, and it's just straight across. Alright, so now we'll just take any remnants off, anything that's still on there. We'll get them off like that. We'll do the same thing to the top, and then we'll get the new one on. Maybe we'll put a new glove on too. As you can see, these are the original Toyota shocks. They have these bushings like this that go in there. You can see it, I don't know if you can see on the video, but it's tapered in there so that these can go in like that. One on each side like that. So if you're using the original Toyota ones, you'll want to make sure to recreate that like that. And, oh yeah, I'm going to go on a limb here and say these things are shot. Look at that. Doesn't even do anything. That was so easy to push in. And you can see these KYBs, they have the bushing and it's already in there in place. Nothing to do with it. Just leave it alone, it's ready to go. We're going to install it on the vehicle just like this with this in place. Alright, first thing we're going to do, we're going to put washers back on here. Just like that, with the little concave, like I said, facing the outside. And we're also going to do it up top too. We're going to do the same thing. Alright, so we got those in place now. Alright, we're going to take our new shock, just like this, with the fat part up, so you should be able to read the lettering. We're just going to take it right up in here, set it into place, right on that post up top, and let it hang just like that. And then we'll take the other washer, the one with the smaller hole. We'll make sure we put it the right way, like that. That way the concave is facing the bolt head. We'll put it in place. I just threaded it on a few times, that way this still moves. Now we'll get the bottom bolt ready to go, doing the same thing. Concave toward the head. Now we'll be ready to put it in right here. Alright, now what we're going to do, I'm going to take this, cut this thing off, and as it extends, I'm going to push it on just like that. And I'm going to take my bolt and get it in there. Now we just got to tighten these up, pull the strap off, and these are 19 foot-pounds on a two-wheel drive model. On the four-wheel drive model, it's let me think, it's 53. And we'll get the top one. Alright, you'll feel it snug up. Now we'll get it to 19. You can see 19 is not much. In fact, I actually went to 20 on accident. There you go. That's what she should look like when it's all done. The other side is the same thing, it's just at a different angle. This one's probably the harder side that I did right here. The other side's a little bit easier. You can get from it from the back of the vehicle. I always like to take a second, look over my work, make sure I didn't miss anything. Don't be in a rush. This vehicle is going to drive a lot better. Those original Toyota shocks, they weren't even doing anything. My guess is those were the original shocks on this vehicle. This is an 02 with like 195,000 miles. And so in any event, hey, that's how I do the shocks, the rear shocks on these two-wheel drive Toyota pickups, these older ones. And as always, if the video helped you out or you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.